Hello everybody, how are you all? I hope you are doing great. Once again, welcome you all in my YouTube channel. In the series of the lecture, we will be completing entire syllabus of Class 8 Science NCERT. Today, we are going to study about metals and non-metals in our part 1 video. Remaining topics we will be covering in the next videos. So let's get started our chapter. Yes. First of all, let us have a look about given picture. Okay, here you can see atoms. First, you need to tell me what is atom. Do you know about the atoms? Yes, atom is a smallest unit of elements. Okay, like bricks. A brick is the smallest unit of a wall, right? A cell is the smallest unit of human body, correct? So like this, atom is the smallest unit of elements, correct? So what is elements? It is made up of with the atoms, okay? So here you can see the medicines, the utensils, the coins and the diamonds. So do they have their particular quality and what kind of material they are made up of? They are made up of with the particular elements, okay? Like some of the utensils are made up with the wood, they are made up with the steel, copper, okay? Some of the coins are made up with the metals, or some of the coins are made up with the other materials too, okay? Like medicines also, most of the medicines, especially vaccines, they are kept in a glass jar, okay? And the lid is made up with the metal, and diamond is a special kind of metal. So they all are having the different quality. To study about the metals, we need to understand about their quality. So all elements have their particular or their special features. So let us understand, okay? All elements is further classified into two groups, metals and non-metals. Elements can be classified in the following two groups depending on the physical and chemical properties, metals and non-metals. So we will study about the metal first, okay? What are the metals? The element which are hard, shiny, can be beaten into sheets, drawn into wires and are good conductor of heat and electricity are generally metals. For example, iron, copper, gold, etc. Okay. So you can say that most of the metals are hard in texture, shiny in nature, and it can be beaten into sheets and drawn into wires. And they are also a good conductor of heat and electricity, okay? In nature, most of the metals occur in combined state as minerals and they are reactive. So most of the metals are combined with the minerals, okay? And they are very reactive. They can react with the other metals, okay? Only a few unreactive metals like gold, silver, platinum are found as free metals in the earth crust. Gold, silver, platinum, they are found in the free state, okay? Minerals from which metals can be probably extracted are called ores. Ores, this is very important. What are the ores? Ores is nothing. It is a mineral from which metals can be extracted, okay? For example, calcium occurs in limestone, okay? Or iron in the ore hematite. So we extracted calcium from the calcium carbonate and we extracted iron from the hematite, okay? This is all about the metals. Now we'll study about the non-metals. Non-metals having just opposite quality of the metals. Like the elements which are brittle, dull, cannot be beaten into sheets or drawn into wires and they are poor conductor of heat and electricity are called non-metals, okay? It is brittle. Brittle means it can be breakable very easily and it is not shiny as like metals. It is very dull. It cannot be beaten into sheet are drawn into wires, and they are very poor conductor of heat and electricity. Okay. For example, oxygen and nitrogen occurs in free state in air and in combined state in earth crust. Sulfur occurs both in free and combined state in earth. So most of the gases are non-metals like oxygen, helium, hydrogen. Okay. So they all are non-metals. The noble gases like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon occurs only in free state. So like metals, non-metals are also having their combined, some of the non-metals are combined state and some are found in the free state, right? Now we'll study about their physical properties. What is the physical property? To study them well, we learn about their physical property. Okay, and the physical property is color, density, volume, mass, boiling point and melting point. With the help of their color, their external texture. Okay, by looking their external texture, we can understand about their physical properties. And what is boiling point? The temperature at which a substance boils is called boiling point, and the temperature at which a substance melts is called the melting point. Till here, understood? Shall we move ahead? Yes. Now, we will study about the lustrous quality of the metal. What is a luster? Luster is a quality to give shiny surface. Okay. Metals such as gold, silver and copper are lustrous, which means that they reflect light from their surface and can be polished. Okay, so the metal which are having the shiny surface, they are called the lustrous. Now we'll talk about the ductility. What is ductility? Ductility means metal can be drawn into wire. The property by which metal can be drawn into wires is called ductility. Metals like copper, silver and aluminium can be drawn into wires. You might have seen different types of wires. Okay, like copper, aluminium. They are having silver. They are having the different kinds of wires, and they are having, just because they are having the ductile property. Due to the ductile property, it can be drawn into the wires. Okay. Now next is density. Metals generally have high density. They exist in a solid state at room temperature except mercury. So mercury is found in a liquid state, which is filled in the clinical thermometer, which we have seen. They have a crystalline structure. Okay, most of the metals are crystalline structure. Now we'll talk about the next quality, which is conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are generally good conductor of heat and electricity. It is used for the electrical work. Now we'll talk about the next quality, which is sonorous. What is sonorous? The property of metal of producing ringing sound is called sonority. Okay, the sonority is the quality which is produced by the ringing sound. Right? It will touch the bell, it will produce the ringing sound. Right? So this is called the sonority. Now we'll talk about the hardness and softness. All metals are hard, though there are some exceptions. Sodium and potassium are soft and can be cut with a knife. Mostly metals are hard, I told you all, but some of the metals like sodium and potassium, they are highly reactive and they are very soft in texture. It can be cut with a knife, and as because they are very reactive, so they are kept in a kerosene oil always. As you can see in the jar, there is a sodium which is kept in a kerosene oil. Now we'll talk about the malleability. What is malleability? The property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheet is called malleability. Malleability means they can be drawn into thin sheet. So it is the malleable quality of the metals. Now we'll talk about the melting and boiling point. They have high melting and boiling points. So tungsten has the highest melting point and gallium has the lowest boiling point. So you should remember this, which of the metal is having the highest melting point and which of the metal is having the lowest boiling point. Now next is non-metals. Here we will study about the non-metals. So non-metals and their physical properties. Non-metals are gaseous or solid at room temperature except bromine, which is liquid at room temperature. Most of the non-metals are gases, as we all know, and some of the metals are solid at room temperature except bromine. Bromines are liquid. Like mercury, we have studied about the mercury. Mercury is a metal, but it is found in a liquid state. Non-metals do not have luster except iodine and graphite. So graphite, which is used to make pencil lead, okay, and iodine, which is used for many tests in the laboratory and which is good for human body. So both of the iodine and graphite, they do not have their dull appearance. They are having the luster. They are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are brittle. They can be breakable easily. That is, they are neither malleable and not ductile. So I told you all that the non-metals are having just opposite quality of the metal. They usually have low densities. Non-metals have low melting and boiling point. Non-metals are non-sonorous. They do not produce ringing sound like metals. So this is the quality, physical property or quality of the non-metal. Now we'll talk about the metalloids. What is metalloids? The element which possesses the properties of metals and non-metals are called metalloid. Means the element which is having the property of both metals and non-metals are called metalloids. Some of the quality is matched with the metal and some of the quality is matched with the non-metals. So this is called the metalloids. For examples, boron, silicon, germanium, tellurium, arsenic and antimony are metalloids. So they all are metalloids. They are showing both the quality of metals and non-metals. So this is all about the metals, non-metals and metalloids and their physical properties. Okay. Metalloids have properties of both metals and non-metals. So don't get confused about the metalloids. Okay. Actually, there is a periodic table which is given in the class 9 and you will study about the periodic table in your previous class, and it is given by the Mendeleev. There are three categories in the periodic table: metals, non-metals and metalloids. So we will study further about the periodic table. This is a actually introduction chapter which is given in the class 8, and we will study about the metal, non-metal and metalloids in detail in class 9. So with this guys, we are gonna end up the session. Feel free to ask your queries in the comment box. I really hope you will like this video and it does help in some way to ignite your knowledge. So bye bye, take care, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel to get more updates of the future videos. Until we meeting, take care of yourself, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.